10th Parachute Division France. The 10th Parachute Division French, Teen Division Parachutiste, Teen D, P was a formation of the French Army, part of the French Airborne Units. It consisted predominantly of infantry troops and specialized in airborne combat and air assault. Established in 1956, it fought primarily in the Suez Crisis and the Algerian War. It was dissolved immediately after the Algiers Putsch of 1961. Composition. On July 1, 1956, the Teen DP is created with the following units. Support: 60th Headquarters Company 6th ICGQ, 60th Transmission Company of 6th ICT, Platoon of Army Light Aviation ALAT, Transport Group Endic 507 GT 507, 60th Airborne Engineers Company 6th ICGAP, 60th Divisional Maintenance Company 6th ICRD, 405th Medical Company 405 ECM, 60th Military Logistics Section 6th ICRE, Airborne Infantry, 1st Foreign Parachute Regiment 1er REP, 1st Parachute Chasseur Regiment 1er RCP, replaced by the 9th Parachute Chasseur Regiment NINI RCP on April 1960, 2nd Colonial Infantry Parachute Regiment 2 RPC, 3rd Colonial Infantry Parachute Regiment, 13th Parachute Dragoon Regiment 13 RDP from July 1957, 6th Colonial Infantry Parachute Regiment 6 RPC from July 1957, Airborne Artillery, 20th Parachute Artillery Group 20 GAP. Note: on the 1 December 1958, the Colonial Infantry was renamed Marine Infantry. History. Operation Musketeer. Barely created, the Teen DP took part in the Suez Crisis in Egypt in an operation named Operation Musketeer. The Teen DP was reinforced for this purpose with 1 squadron of the 2nd Foreign Cavalry Regiment, 2 REC comprising 148 men and 17 AMX-13, 10 LVT Alligator with 40 men, a platoon of 6 De La Haye Jeeps with SS, 10 anti-tank missiles, the 453rd Anti-Aircraft Artillery Group 453 Gaul, 803 men on 5 November 1956, elements of the Teen DP, were dropped on Port Fouad and Port Said, completed the next morning by amphibious assaults on both towns. Although the battle was a military success, Allied troops had to withdraw due to pressure from the United States. Battle of Algiers. In Algiers, the National Liberation Front FLN was carrying out a wave of terrorist attacks and urban guerrilla, which made many casualties, mostly Muslim civilians. In January 1957, Robert Lacoste, minister resident in Algeria, reacted by giving full powers to General Michoud over the Algiers area. Michoud sent the Teen DP to search out, arrest, and question FLN members. The Battle of Algiers proved to be a clear success for the French military, with most prominent FLN leaders killed or arrested and terrorist attacks effectively stopped. However, the use of torture against some FLN members led to an increasing opposition to war in France and internationally. Battle of the Frontiers. In 1956, the newly independent Republic of Tunisia was helping the FLN by smuggling weapons and men through its territory. The electrified fence known as the Maurice Line was built up to prevent Algerian FLN guerrillas from entering the French colony of Algeria from Tunisia. The Teen DP was assigned to the surveillance of a portion of the electrified border in order to intercept rebel bands that have managed to cross it. The Maurice Line had a significant impact of the reduction of guerrillas' activities by forces that originated from Tunisia. However, General Michoud, the commanding officer of the Teen DP, was relieved of his command as he criticized President Charles de Gaulle's actions. Algiers Putsch. Despite the military successes, French Prime Minister Michel Debre's government started secret negotiations with the anti-colonialist FLN in order to grant independence to Algeria. French settlers and soldiers were stunned by this decision, and a putsch was organized in Algiers. With the exception of the 3 RPMA, the rest of the Team DP supported the coup. When the putsch failed, the 25 EDP, along with the Team DP, were dissolved, and the 1 REP was the only regiment disbanded. Traditions, except for the legionnaires of the 1 REP that conserved the green beret, the remainder of the French Army Metropolitan and Marine paratroopers forming the 11th Parachute Brigade wear the red beret. The Archangel Saint Michael, patron of the French paratroopers, is celebrated on September 29. The Prior du Para prayer of the paratrooper was written by André Zernheld in 1938. Insignias, Suez Insignias. Just like the paratrooper brevet of the French Army, the insignia of French paratroopers was created in 1946. The French Army insignia of Metropolitan paratroopers represents a closed-winged armed deckstroker, meaning a right-winged arm armed with a sword pointing upwards. The insignia makes reference to the patron of paratroopers. In fact, the insignia represents the right arm of Saint Michael, the archangel, which according to liturgy is the armed arm of God. This insignia is the symbol of righteous combat and fidelity to superior missions. The French Army insignia of Marine infantry paratroopers is backgrounded by a marine anchor,